Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Just Booling. Oh man, fucking Musk. Sorry. All right, welcome back to another episode of Just Booling. This one's gonna be like a real cool, quick one. We just got done watching the Beekeeper movie together, and obviously, everyone, if you don't live on the rock, you don't know that Beekeeper 2 is coming out. You know, sticky situation.
Hmm.
We're gonna be discussing today our pros, cons, likes, and dislikes of the movie. I know, I know.
Oh yeah, I know you guys.
Stay
I
with
got.
One to stay with it because he's friends with us, but it has its
Mhm.
moments. Rico,
Yeah,
you want to do the movie recap?
sure. So pretty much the movie starts off. We have Jason Statham. He's just a lonely, just an honest beekeeper, and he
Unassuming.
keeps unassuming beekeeper, and he lives in a barn in some land owned by the wonderful Felicia Rashad. He helps her out, with things around the house and keeps bees and as payment for that, she lets him stay in the barn, whatever. So the one day she's going on her computer, just kind of checking some stuff, and all of a sudden she gets a pop-up talking about you have a virus. So she calls a number on the virus, that on the pop-up, and she gets connected to probably the most cartoonishly villainous people in history, but they do exist. And it's one of these scamming call centers. And the guy, he's one of those talkers, and it's a problem that happens in real life. And I was a little bit upset about it because it does happen in real life, and it preys on
Yeah.
older people. He cleans out everything she has, her 401k, her retirement, and unfortunately she was in charge of a charity, the financials for a charity, which is like 2 million bucks. They cleaned all that out. And I hate to say it, but that was devastating to her. She took her own life. And unfortunately, Jason Statham, he was going there that night to have dinner and found her there. And her daughter showed up, who happens to be an FBI agent. So they thought Jason Statham did it. And, it was a little bit of misunderstandings, but they end up finding he didn't do it. And when I say he is the perfect person to get back, he is that
Yeah.
person, and he got it back for Felicia Rashad. So unfortunately, it sucks that that's what happened to her, and it does happen in real life. But when I say he rode for her, he rode for her. So
All the way
that's
through
just
100%.
right. And he worked his way up the ladder to the tippity top, as top as you can go in the United States. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
So just so you guys know or assumed, there's got to be some kind of twist or something like that. So it
Hmm.
turns out that you did mention the beekeepers themselves were the organization.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, no worry, no worry. So the beekeepers themselves as an organization are an independent entity who govern themselves and make decisions themselves in order to protect the hive, aka the system or the United States.
Hmm.
The main character, Jason Statham, what was it, Adam?
Well, he said he goes by Adam
Oh,
Clay at that
Adam
time.
Clay.
So that's not
Yeah.
his real name,
Well, the
obviously. So
beekeeper.
he is a
So
retired.
retired
From what I
beekeeper. That's right.
right, so what I assume is there's only one beekeeper active at a time,
Yeah.
and he is a retired beekeeper. So he no longer does that anymore. So, but situations caused him to get active. So yeah.
Yes. So he goes on his rampage. He goes and Rico mentioned earlier, comically comical villains. One of the guys had a fucking goat suit and it just had the word goat all over it.
Goat
Just
all over it. Yep.
so um this is what we're gonna do. I think it's we all here together, so we can also kind of determine this together. So like when we do our ratings, let's you know, we do out of 10.
I was
Uh
about to ask, do you have a rating system?
well we did you see the perfect time to figure one out. I
Okay.
feel like let's let's do visually, how we liked it, how
Uh,
it looked.
if I may,
Yeah, go ahead.
I would say we judge it. We give it three categories, right?
Okay.
So we judge the movie based on basically give it our score, how we felt about it as a movie, how we felt about it as a film in its genre, and how we felt about it visually.
I like that.
Okay. Mhm.
Okay. All right,
What
let me
would the
try it.
genre be though?
This um,
Action. Yeah.
live
Well,
action thriller.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's see.
It may be action adventure, but it should be live action thriller.
Let's do. I'm gonna do visually first, then how I felt about it in the genre, then my thoughts and rating at the end.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So visually, it was on point. I think there was only like one, like a lot of the stuff that was happening was outrageous, but it was within the confines of things happening in real life. Ways the bodies break or get stabbed or shot. That's how they actually would. The only thing that threw me off, like visually, that was ridiculous when he cut the finger off. It just looked weird.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Um, I felt like when it came to, you know, costume design, so you knew who the enemies were, or just the way he got into places and the way they portrayed, different access to things, or how someone of his caliber would like handle things and how it looked, explosions, stuff like that. I thought it was a beautiful movie, you know, visually. I thought it was great. Choreography was great. I loved it. As a movie in this genre, probably one of the best. I love Jason Statham movies. I've
Mhm.
not seen to be honest, I have not seen one, and will include the Fast movies. One that I'm like, you know what, I wouldn't or have not watched it multiple times, just because it's not a bad movie. It's like one of those ones that, oh, he's in it. Okay, yeah, I can put this on. Yeah, it's cool. So in in the genre, I think as far as like originality, I know there's like 18 million of these. So I I think I think the bees were clever. I think if the enemies were uh a little bit more serious, after plot all the way to who it came to be, I thought it was cool, but it lost something with the enemies being some
Cartoonish.
some punk ass fucking kid who just fucking was like, oh man, I know how this software works, so I'm gonna
Oh,
fucking just make a whole
the
bunch of
main.
money
Oh,
and
gotcha.
be a dickhead. And it was Peter from the Hunger Games, and I love that dude. So it is what it okay. And then as far as my thoughts on it as a movie and a rating, I enjoyed it. It's gonna get a solid 7 for me out of 10.
Gotcha.
Visually, I liked it. In the genre, I thought it was pretty high up there as far as action and what went on visually. Great. Again, the comical enemies take it down from the normal 8 I give everything. So that's it for me.
Gotcha.
I know one I have thoughts. So Rico, you
Oh, boss, you want me to go? Okay.
yeah.
Got you. Uh, like I don't think I have any much more different to say than you. Visually, I liked it because movies nowadays, the bigger budget movies, you could tell they film in a building and they have the CGI the background. It was good to see people out. He does fight in the building a lot, but there are scenes where he's outside. It looks like real sets and things like that. Um, uh, him fighting in a I think Wonder you might have mentioned it, but had some John Wick vibes. It's always a club with lights and things like
Hmm.
that going off. That's it. For some reason, that's the best place to fight. I don't know what it is about those settings, but they're always the best place to fight. And he does that a couple times. Um, Choreography, and I mentioned it when we were watching it. Jason Statham, as I don't, I don't know if he did it in his. I had to go back and watch some of his older movies, but he's not. He's a very good fighter, but he doesn't do any unnecessary movements. If you notice, he doesn't do anything flashy. He's like somebody's coming at him, he'll let that dude do what he got to do, and he'll take him out in one move. It'll be something quick, and he's gone on to the next dude. And that's what I like about these movies. It's just like Keanu Reeves in his movies. Look, I'm damn near 50. I hurt. I ain't trying to have no extended fights. I'm taking you out in one or two hits, and I'm moving on to the next one, and that's what he did. Um, the plot, the other Beekeeper was a little bit over the top. Like I don't feel like she was really a beekeeper. She was cosplaying or some shit as a beekeeper, what she thought was a beekeeper, you know?
And
Like
that's what's crazy. If they had sent like the
an equivalent to him. Like
that number that the head of that private military force that they put in the building with the goat dude.
right, yes.
If they sent a guy like that, I would have been like,
Mhm.
okay, this is a good
Like-
fight, and made it last a little bit longer. Like they
Mhm.
split up and whatever, but
And like her whole character was like, oh, I'm over the top. Like if you think about the first Jason Bourne movie,
she
when he went
literally
off,
said "LOL fun" when they said "Go kill him."
right? If you think about the first Jason, and Jason Statham movies are a little bit over the top, but if you think about the first Jason Bourne movie, when he went off the reservation, the people they sent after him were like assassins just like him. They weren't
Yes.
over the top. They were unassuming people. They looked just like everybody else, and that's what you want. She came in there with a pleather jacket, pink, and a fucking all this over the top shit. Like I don't feel like you're.
He had been
Yeah, it's
strategic about everything he did.
Exactly.
Shoot random at the
Exactly.
fucking at the gas station in the car.
So that was a little bit like, okay, you know, if they should have sent one. The current Beekeeper should have been a person just like him, like a Bond type, you know, just as methodical as and just like him. But
And it could
you
have
know,
been her without the pink and the
right, without all
and-
exactly, it could have been her just without all that bullshit she had going on because she was wrapped up. She was wrapped up in 2 minutes. Like she's the current Beekeeper. Like what? That's my replacement. Like trash.
like y'all
Anyways.
didn't vet her.
Right.
They just
Exactly.
let anybody be a beekeeper.
Exactly. She just had a bunch of guns and she couldn't really fight. Like when it came down to fighting, she got wrapped up. She got wrapped up in a couple minutes. But anyways, that's beside the point. But yeah,
So wait, if you get your ass whooped by a beekeeper, can you call that a honey pack?
smoking that honey pack. We smoking that honey pack tonight. But but other than her and the bad guys were cartoonishly evil, which is fine for a movie like this. But but then you have the SEAL guys. He packed them up too, and they taught them up like they was gonna put some hands on them, and they didn't. But
wait, actually, the dude was actually pretty honest with them. He said, "You guys are Green Beret. You guys are blah 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 blah. You Navy SEAL, but you're pussies." He said, "Hopefully, all of you together will be enough."
Right.
And I was like, I would have walked out. No way you go. This is not the briefing. You're not briefing me and tell me that. Good luck.
Like, look, this is voluntary.
I need 70 of y'all for this one dude. I'm like, you need. No, you got 69.
Yeah, you got 69. I'm going home. Like,
yeah,
look,
68.
Man.
Now, actually, 67 because one are coming with us. No matter how much he want to fight, can't let him do this one. We got another contract that's gonna pop up.
Look, want to bring your ass. There'll be more opportunities.
Yeah, there's gonna be more.
We're gonna skip this one.
This one. Nuh-uh. You know the rule. 2 against 1. We voted. You promised. We gotta go.
You're right.
Look, I will give you the money that he promised us. Just bring your ass. Like,
no, that'll be one of the ones we sit out.
There's 70 of the baddest motherfuckers on earth in this room, and that's not enough for this one dude. I'm going home. I'm sorry.
Not to mention, I would have been on TikTok seeing the news of somebody piling bodies up, burning buildings down.
You would have been like on your phone sipping some coffee, like, ooh, damn.
Yeah.
Anyways. Anyways,
and me and you looking at one, they're like, see, we fucking told you.
Yep. Yeah, you could have been.
He set off he set up a fucking nuke off. That could have been us following behind you.
Me looking at my empty ass bank account.
Look, I'll lend you the money. Don't worry.
Yeah, we ain't worried about that, but
Now you
I
say
mean,
that. Remember the dude's legs in the elevator? Just a bunch of legs came down. That could have been you. See,
Oh,
well,
bro,
Now-
yeah,
I,
but you
I'll be,
sit now. You sitting here eating breakfast. Like, damn. I got my legs, so I guess I can't
yeah,
complain.
man. Yeah, I'll take my legs any day.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh,
that was good. Like I just and like you said, like Jason Statham, he knows his strengths and weaknesses.
it was a
He
good
picks
story, to be honest.
right.
Somewhat,
He picks
yeah.
somewhat,
these good.
somewhat, somewhat, somewhat.
Yeah,
There's money
I
behind that
like
too.
the inciting incident, which is her, Felicia Rashad. Like you get her to pull the emotional string for
Because
when this happens. Like you don't just get
that was a
somebody else.
surprise.
It was. I'm like, oh shit, Felicia Rashad's in this, and I think we said it. Like, it would have been funny if
Mhm.
they teamed up and went after him, but
Yeah, that's
that,
my idea. I was like, if instead of the mother dying, if the daughter
it's the daughter, and then the
got
mother's riding for.
and and the mother's like, and so you got Felicia Rashad and fucking Jason Statham out here on some reverse type what was it?
That
The
would have been,
Batman,
bodyguard
bro.
type bullshit.
yep,
Wow, we could have
that
had
would have
another
been.
Kevin
Oh
Costner and
man,
Whitney. Brother, we
thinking
could have
about it,
had
like I want to see that. He's like, I can't put you in danger. Don't you fucking tell me what to do. That's my daughter. Felicia Rashad.
exactly.
She would have said some shit like that. And ain't nothing just to say like, all right, you got it. That is your daughter. Let's go.
Exactly.
Like he have her sniping, so she ain't
Yeah.
in
She's a
danger.
re-
She on a
she's a
hill
retired
sniping.
she's a retired FBI director and some
Yep,
shit like that. Like,
and she from the country, so she know how to shoot.
yeah, that's why
Yeah,
she out in the
they
country
could
so
have
she can still
spun
shoot.
that. Her daughter
Bro,
Yep,
you
could have been the trust fund manager of all that stuff,
yep,
and you know how emotional people are. So that
yep.
happened, and so she was like, "No, I know a former beekeeper, and no, this is what we're going to do."
Oh, no, no, no,
Yep.
no, no. No, no, no. She didn't know about him. She knew there was something up about him. That's why she let him stay. But they
Uh
didn't
huh.
know what each other did. And so
Right.
they figured out each other as the movie goes.
Uh huh. Yep.
Oh,
So
And then
that's
you
what
read. Yeah.
and that's
Oh
what
man,
makes it tight.
that was.
That's what
Oh
makes
man,
it
I want to
tight.
see that movie.
maybe
Oh
that's
She
part
man.
gets
two.
she gets hit
They
being
clone Felicia Rashad and bring it back, and then they teaming up together to
I'm
go
Oh,
telling you,
Felicia
save her
Rashad in her
daughter.
prime.
if
In
they would
her
just
prime.
let me cook, bro.
Yeah, man, that would have been
God.
good. But sorry, I don't want to have my shit go on too
No, you
long.
sure?
So I give it a 7, probably close to 8.
Okay.
I just like this movie. It ain't no high stakes. It ain't nothing. It ain't deep. You ain't got to think about it too much. It's just it's a Jason Statham movie. He knows. I haven't seen Wrath of Man, but everybody said that's like one of his best. Is Wrath of
And
Man.
I gotta see that.
that should be the next one. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
we that.
that's the
So
next one.
like it started with the transporter, which looking back
Oh
at it,
man.
it's of his time, but
Yeah.
that's what it started. But he knows his strengths and weaknesses, and like I'm here for it. So high 7, almost 8 for me.
Pretty good, pretty good.
Wonder.
Um, so I will start off with my 3 scores.
Excuse
So
Wait, visually, Rico.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I didn't give it a score, but like I said, it's great sets. You're outside. Other than there's always a building he's fighting in with the club. So I would say that's probably a 7. I'll give the visually as a 7.
All right. For me, visually, I'd definitely give it a 7.58. The movie looks amazing.
Mhm.
While I do have serious problems with the costume design, um, everything looked top notch. Um, every choice was made obviously with intention and whatnot, but as far as the execution of everything, the shit was professional. And it was crispy. So yeah, I give it an 8 visually. There was some goofy ass set pieces. Don't get me wrong. But then there was some weird shit. But even the when the crazy beekeeper chick when she pulled out that fucking Gatling gun out of the back of her truck and like she had the pink and purple traces
Yeah.
coming out of that bitch. Like
Yep.
it was as over the top as it was. The shit was gorgeous. Like the
Mhm.
shit was cool. It was kind of weird when it kind the scene kind of went a little wonky visually when What did he didn't he stab her?
Well, he
How did he?
first he banged her up against everything, and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
slammed her on the hood of the car, and I think then he lit her on fire. That's what she
yeah, it
died.
was the fire. That was what it was. The fire looked so
Yeah,
weird.
CG. Yeah, it was very CG.
It was
Yeah,
heavily weird. And I was like, y'all could
yeah.
have done
They
something.
said just
Y'all could have
tell somebody just lay there and we'll take care of the rest.
Right.
like
We'll fix it in post.
I'm gonna go actually for a minute. Y'all could have done that with ZBrush and Maya, bro.
He said,
Like
"Actually,
y'all could have hired a nerd to do that shit. Like I know enough. Like I didn't get into super into 3D modeling when I went through animation, but I know enough to know that's like a half a month's work. But that could have been done and done right. So
I mean, but these
shame on
aren't
you.
these probably aren't even 100 million. These probably what $60 million budget movies.
Brother,
So
I know
they ain't
college
giving it
students.
that many They ain't giving it that many passes.
Nah. No, I'm talking about like I know college students who would have done that kind of work
Hmm.
in a week for a ham sandwich, brother. Like it's literally not hard. You can go on YouTube and see fan projects
You
with
go,
better flames than
go
that.
on
Like I'm
Fiverr
not like I'm
to
I'm
hire
I'm
somebody.
like
Fiverr to
I'm not
do some fire for this damn movie.
yeah, like I'm talking shit, but like I'm not joking at the same time. Like you can see the shit
Right.
like but so shame on them for that.
Hmm.
But otherwise, like it visually it was very nice. Like I said, a little bit goofy at times, but yeah. Um as the as a film in that genre, um, this shit hurts, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Hmm.
Um, because the premise is dope, but the
What would you
storytelling is
what would
the
you
storytelling is
what else would be
paper
in this
thin.
genre? I'm just curious. What
Any
else would you put in?
anything high stakes like this, put it up
Like
against Salt, Wanted, um,
Salt?
Ooh. Salt is the
live
That's
Angelina
live
Angela,
Jolie.
action
Yeah,
live action
Angelina
thriller.
Jolie.
Yeah, live action
I,
suspense thriller.
Oh, okay.
I've never
Yeah,
seen that.
It's all right.
yeah.
It's
One
fine.
Wanted, you had me at Wanted though.
Yeah.
Wanted was
I like
good.
Um,
Wanted. I like
Pep
Wanted.
Peppermint,
That was okay.
Born, like
Born, yeah, I love that.
Would you put John Wick in this category?
most definitely.
Yeah, but I feel like John Wick is like top tier though.
But yeah,
So,
Like,
yeah,
so
it's
far now.
I'm just mentioning like pieces in its like genre. Like
gosh, okay,
I
gotcha.
I don't. Oh, you talking about like what would be close to comparison for this movie?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, shit, I don't know because I don't watch those kind of movies.
Yeah,
Um,
Peppermint got some decent
That's the
ratings.
one with Jennifer Gardner, right? Is
Yeah,
that
which
her?
one?
Yeah, Peppermint.
Peppermint, yes, peppermint, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
the
I would say
the
peppermint, Columbia,
retired used to be something, and they got to
yeah,
get back in the game for something. Yeah,
yeah. Peppermint, Columbiana.
yeah,
Um,
Colombiana.
what is the
Mother, which that's the Jennifer Lopez one. Mother, I
yeah,
think that's it.
well, I refuse to watch it. There,
that's the kind of
I'm
and
boycott Jennifer Lopez.
and only for the fact I put these in the same kind of vein, only because of the way the writing is structured.
Hmm.
Because okay, I want to say at the outset of this, I ain't got no problem with the actress. She does a thing. I actually think she kind of cute. Um, she definitely built like something heavy.
You talking the main chick in this, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha.
The
What's her
daughter,
name?
like gracious
I want to say
sister.
Allison, but I think that's her name in
Yeah,
Umbrella
that's
Academy.
Umbrella Academy.
Yeah, it's
Sister,
in
if
Umbrella
you
Academy.
if you're out there listening, respectfully, the thing was thinging. So yeah, you did your thing. But
Mhm.
no disrespect to this young lady. No downing her at all. Um, and I don't even really blame the character itself. It's the writing of the character. There is there is no time in which I believe this chick is an FBI agent. There is no time. I keep seeing that FBI on her back, and I'm thinking it's like NCIS where McGee and them have snuck off and switched their jackets for like FBI, and they like snuck in on an investigation or something. This whole thing is built like a procedural, bro. Like it's a
Yeah,
TV movie. Like at no time are they doing FBI work.
yeah.
At best, the person who wrote this modeled this after like Criminal Minds, NCIS, and that
Criminal
kind of thing.
Minds more serious than that.
But I'm talking about the way
They
they
put some
modeled it
respect on
because
their name.
anytime you see, well, let me cook. Anytime you see the way they got it structured up, when they had a big meeting, where did they go?
Conference
They
room.
went they went
Yeah.
upstairs to the conference room.
Hmm.
They
They
got a
had that.
director to come in.
You got you got the director like, how much is it gonna cost us? Oh,
Now,
never mind.
You
You got
got
a
a
blank
blank
check.
check.
You got a blank check.
now
He
mind
says
now,
that.
now mind you, let's pull back a bit and look at this at like in universe or whatever, as you know, as the situation is with the FBI. We've just been brought by some, mid-level uh investigators that a rogue element from a fully funded paramilitary company that ensures continuity of government and prevents societal collapse through insurgency, counterterrorism, that kind of thing. And like a serious threat is now linked to the president.
Mhm.
In what way do I not have three big names, two teams, and a massive net?
You're right. You're right. Listen, because
Yeah,
these
you're
these
right. They would be
motherfuckers
pulling
threw
out.
a party,
You're right.
and then they
You're
had
right.
the fucking
The president would be in
crocodile
a
Dundee.
yeah. The
Come,
president
let me
would be
stop.
in a
Put some respect on
bunker
his name.
if this shit
Okay.
happened for
I
him.
just wanted to lay out the like in case anybody was like
No, no,
unclear
no.
what was going on here.
No,
Like
no, we knew it was
they
ridiculous. There was a threat to her life because they literally said the queen slayer fixes the hive and take care of
Hmm.
the offspring and the queen and puts.
that
And he even said
that's
that something about the queen, and they were like, "We should really fucking have a dinner party right now.
Look, I already got these
that's
guests coming. I can't cancel. That look bad on me.
We need more fundraising because
Right.
this crypto money ain't doing enough. These old people ain't paying enough."
Yeah, we got $1 billion. We need 2 billion.
yeah, it's like it's crazy to me. Like I've seen more motion out of, like I said, NCIS, Law and Order SVU, Criminal Minds,
Yeah.
JAG, like, but
Ooh.
the setup is the
Oh, Jag
same.
was good.
Yeah.
Like the setup is exactly the same, just like those procedurals. Whenever they had a big meeting, they would take it up there, a bunch of talking head shit, throw around some fancy fucking words that anybody who hadn't read a fucking Tom Clancy book or a Clive Cussler book doesn't under fucking stand, and makes it sound all official and shit. And you just you give you a blank check. That what? Shut up.
I know
And they
why
I'm
really
he
just
did.
didn't
at
take. Go ahead.
They really didn't do anything with that blank check either.
yeah,
They didn't do
exactly. Like,
anything
bro,
really.
They literally had the Secret Service come in.
Right.
And then her fucking son hired some fucking hooligans, and they
Right.
were the only fucking agents there.
The
yeah,
only
like
agents there.
exactly. Like, come on. You talking to you talking to directors, like I don't think they were directors, but they were like high level agents in the FBI, um like movers and shakers. Like they came like I forget what their titles were. I can't think of it for the life of me, but they came like it was a big deal that they came down, and it's like, brother, systems, tactics, weight against assets and benefits. Like what's good, brother?
Yeah,
Talk to
well,
me. Like it made no sense. So you getting like that's going way out though. Shrinking back in, like I said, at no point in time did I ever feel like this chick was a competent FBI agent, because she just felt like that stereotypical type of leading characters, like, oh, I'm just, out here just trying to get by, trying to figure it out or whatever, blah blah blah. Mind you, this is the same chick who is walking around with a FBI or not FBI, a fucking Harvard t-shirt.
And I'm like, Her mother
Her
just
her
died. She
her
didn't
She was
mother.
doing.
grieve.
She was
Yeah.
She
doing.
didn't
Oh,
grieve it.
we don't. I'm not even gonna get into that right now.
Yeah,
But just mind you,
yeah.
she graduated Harvard. They keep dropping hints that she's this amazing like mind. Like she's just super fucking fast. She shot up the ladder and did this and that and that and this and like all props to her. Like not taking anything away from her, but like
Her and
these
her partner had
things,
a weird relationship too. Seems like they
Yeah.
fought at
yeah,
least once.
these things don't add up. Like you can't be without varying extremes to your personality. You can't be both a goofball and a genius and be a normal person at the same time. You can't be three things at the same time. Certain things are going to be exaggerated. She was basically a normal person. Like she was just a round shape. Like there was nothing extreme about her character. She didn't come off as extremely angry. She wasn't extremely sullen. She wasn't happy all the time. She wasn't super depressed. In fact, she seemed to vacillate between most of those emotions,
Yeah.
but not to the fact where like somebody would be grieving. It was more
At
just
all.
like, oh, I'm just hyper and I have ADHD, but also I'm like super smart, which is not a personality. Like that's not a personality.
Uh,
So like it's shallow. And when put up against the other stuff that just like has no strings to it, it's just like this thing exists in a vacuum. This thing exists in a vacuum. It's like nothing's connected here. The the lead up to her to his mom being president, which could have been a huge like, big shock, which it kind of was, but like it was more jarring than it was like a kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah, they kind of hinted at it like, he's got this money and you thinking he's just a
Yeah,
rich kid, whatever. Yeah.
exactly. Like you obviously know like she's talking to people and shit like that, but with the way they play her demeanor, you don't know that she's, some you think she's like some like maybe she's got, connections in government or something like
Hmm.
that, or she's some kind of mogul or something. You don't think she's the president. And that's cool as a reveal, but at the same time, that's the president. You go from like this kid is like a scammer, like he's king scammer, and then you have Jeffrey Irons or Jeremy Irons, who is like the head of this company or whatever, and you're like,
Security company.
or yeah, security company. So it's like you have no scale of like what is where. So when all of a sudden you find out that she is like the president, you do you get what I'm saying? Like where the jarring comes in, like
Hmm.
is there's no sense of scale in this.
Hmm.
Like,
Well, maybe it was a 11th hour. We need a good twist for
yeah,
this. What would be a good twist? Oh, his mom's the president. Maybe that's something that kind of happened. Like
that
what would
it might
what
have,
would kind of up the stakes? Well, we can't just have Jason Statham killing this kid.
yeah,
What would make it? What would make what would make him a big piece of shit is him having a gun to his mom's head and she's the
yeah,
president. That might, maybe that was like a last minute kind of thing, which is why it was kind of jarring,
yeah.
you
It
know,
it was
because
yeah, it
killing
was
him is like, after him going through Navy SEALs and all this, that, and the other, and you come
uh,
across some little punk ass like Twitter baby, whatever.
yeah,
That's kind of weak. So what was up the stakes is him having a gun to his mom's head, and then Jason Statham killing him would be like, oh, okay, yeah,
yeah,
kill that motherfucker. He's got a gun to his mom's head. So yeah,
He was the mastermind about it anyway. Let's just knock him out.
right,
yeah,
right,
exactly, yeah.
exactly. So
It's
maybe that's why it was like that. Maybe it was a last minute kind of thing. So.
that could very well be.
Mm.
But yeah, that was definitely weird. The costume design uh was weird.
Right.
In that it very much matched the tone of the movie, where it was definitely serious, but made by somebody who didn't completely know how to be serious. Like I promise you, the team responsible for this definitely has ADHD.
Those costumes are all over the place.
Oh, brother, it's not even that the costumes are all over the place. It's the hallmarks of it. It's like you cannot keep a theme. Like
Oh yeah, it definitely wasn't
nobody
one. Yeah.
nobody in this movie fits the theme. Like
I think the people in the call centers fit the theme. Like the
yeah,
dude with the
they
goat suit. Yeah, they fit
yeah,
their theme. Like they're douchebags and they wear douchebag clothes,
yeah,
which would be that.
exactly. Because it fits
Outside of that, right? Yeah, the dudes at
nobody
the end
fits.
didn't fit in that party, which I guess is the point.
Yeah, it was so weird. Like just looking at the various FBI agents, looking at the bad guys, the not the people in the call centers, but the henchmen and shit like that.
The last bit of
Even
history.
the last guy, he was cool as shit, but like
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck? Like
Dang it, he's a Call of Duty character. That's what he is.
you are so odd and so unique. Why?
Mm-hmm.
There's no introduction for you. There is no inkling as to what is going on. Like it is just a interesting bauble stuck in a vacuum amongst other interesting baubles. You get what I'm saying? Like nothing's connected. Like there's the little bit with the like he killed a beekeeper, which you will not tell me was not just shoehorned in. Like I feel like this dude was just added at the end because we needed something. Because they realized that
they needed a big bad and they wasted it on that military dude from the middle act in that second building.
Yeah, they really did. They really did. Like
yeah, because they had him set up like he was going to be in the rest of the movie.
it was it was everything felt just disjointed and or just not connected at all. And it kept pulling me out because like as harsh as I am on some of these movies, I'm only harsh because like you make me notice it. And by that I mean like if you have a cohesive story, even if I'm not like jiving with everything, as long as it's fucking cohesive, I will slide through because that's how my ADHD works. I can follow a thread. Like Saint seen me do it. Hell, Rico seen me do it. But at like you just keep fucking up at every end. It was like trying to drive down a smooth paved road versus trying to drive down a gravel road. Where it's like the small things keep like popping up. and then that's what's jarring in my brain. Sorry for the insight into Sketch's brain, but yeah, like it's just it's what pulls me out. Film in the genre,
Not
compared to the ones you mentioned, Wanted and stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Compared to the films of the genre, a 5?
Yeah.
Hey, that's harsh. Compared to Wanted, we'll say compared to Wanted.
No, like Wanted is above it, obviously.
Okay, because I really like Wanted.
Yeah, Wanted is above it, obviously. Yeah. Below that is definitely Colombiana.
I haven't seen that in a while, so yeah, I'll give you that, but I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. How about
visually?
So you like a female protagonist?
Oh, definitely. One of my favorite video games is Control.
I'm actually playing that I'm playing a second.
Oh, brother,
playthrough of that game. I love that game.
Did you get the DLC for it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got so I bought it after everything, I got the definitive edition of that, which
Oh
the
shit! So you got
Alan
everything.
Wake. Oh yeah. So that's the first one I played. I'm like, this game is fucking good, and it's good enough. Like I rarely go back and play games.
Yeah,
But
I'm doing the same soon.
yeah,
Well, I
and so
got it
I'm
on
playing a
PlayStation.
play. Yeah, I'm playing a second playthrough of that. So yeah, that
Yes,
game's fucking good.
I have to. Yes,
Damn.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
I need a game to hold me over in between Monster Hunter and
Oh yeah, that Control is that.
brother,
It's if
it's
you like.
SCP.
I haven't played Alan Wake, but like I get the vibes why people like it because it has those kind of
Well, you
tendencies. Like
so you
it's
haven't played the DLC yet?
I played it in first playthrough. I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
the Alan
okay.
Wake, the AWE
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah, I
yeah.
did. But
Okay,
I never
okay.
played Alan Wake, so I
Oh,
know.
got you.
But I get
Okay.
the vibes, like the whole psychological thriller
Yeah.
and mind trippy shit, and there's a lot of that in that game. So
dude,
yeah,
man.
that's another podcast.
So
But yeah,
Saint, just to let you know, that game is based off of SCP.
yeah, yes,
Explain
it's a
SCP
lot
to
of
me.
Like
SCP shit in
it's not
there.
even like oh this like a lot of these things like no they tell you straight up it like most of this is
SCP is like
inspired.
I don't even know what SCP stands for, but it's
Um,
always it's a monster that's either came from another dimension and the government
yep.
tried to
It
control it or
so
tried to do something with it. It gets out and fucking kills everybody. And
Okay.
it's always a monster with some kind of psychological kind of power type thing,
yep.
or at least that's the ones I've seen. I don't know if that's always what they are, but
No,
it's
it's not
something.
always what they are.
Okay,
It's always something freaky, but it could be a
right,
person, place, it could be a person,
right.
place, a thing, or a name, or
Hmm.
a telephone, or
Yeah,
an idea.
and right in Control, there's a agency. Think of like the Men in Black type. It's
The
an
bureau.
agency. Their whole goal is to. There's elements that are imbued with different like properties. Like there's a telephone, like he said, it's just a regular ass telephone, but this thing can communicate with dimensions and shit like that. I think there's
Tell them about
one
the
level.
fridge.
I don't remember the fridge. What was the fridge?
Oh, dude. So the fridge, it was a regular fridge, but if you did not look at it,
Right.
it
That's
would
yeah.
kill you.
Right. Yeah. It's shit like that. I
So
think there was a, yeah, there was a
there's a
two.
there's an
Go ahead.
eldritch being inside of it,
Mm-hmm.
like a other dimensional being, and that's what's in there. Like it's trying to get out, but in the
Hmm.
process, it makes the thing wig out, and the effect is like if somebody like perceives it in space and time, it won't move, and the thing
Hmm.
can't get out. But as soon as nobody's looking at it, it's not perceived, so it can start to escape.
Is that like a weeping angel?
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, yeah.
it's also based off of SCP-173, the statue.
Is that a weeping angel type? I'm not familiar
Yeah,
with that.
basically, yeah. It's it will if you don't look at it, if somebody's not looking at it at all times, it will escape. And like the one thing it does is snaps people's necks. Like just
Yeah,
completely
that
turns that shit like Exorcist.
it's a good game though. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So
sorry.
so yeah. Anyway, just brief as explanation. SCP is secure, contain, protect.
Okay.
And
Oh, that's
that's what they do. They're a foundation, um, privately funded. Um,
To handle the government's fuck up.
well, not the government's fuck
it's
up.
not really. Yeah, it's not really the government's fuck up. It's just shit that comes into our world.
Yeah, just shit that comes into our reality,
Like a Half Life
or
is SCP.
that is
Yes,
born here. Yeah, exactly. The whole
Okay.
exactly.
game of
Half
Half
Life.
Life could be
Yep,
one SCP.
yep. That is exactly what an
Okay.
SCP is. It's Half
Okay. Okay.
Life.
Okay. 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 Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Yep, that kind of thing.
I didn't know
So,
what that's what it was called. Okay.
yeah,
Cool. Today
yeah,
I learned.
it's a massive property. If you're interested in that kind of thing, like X Files, that's another
Yeah, I
good
need
Hmm.
another
reference.
YouTube hole to go down.
Oh my God,
So,
there's plenty of them
Oh,
too.
I
oh
gotta
my
do. I'll
god,
do it after the. I don't know if y'all know that. The lady wrote the Hunger Games. She wrote another book.
uh,
Another Hunger Games book. It's
Mm.
it happened. It tells the story of Haymitch. Haymitch's Hunger Games and what happened
Who's
after his Hunger Games.
who's Haymitch? Was that Woody Harrelson's
Yeah,
character?
Woody Harrelson.
Oh, okay. Because didn't he win one or some shit?
Yeah, he won. He won one by manipulating the force fields, and
Hmm.
so because he did that, when he got home, they had murdered his family.
Oh
That's why.
shit.
That's why he was a drunk.
Oh, okay,
Oh
gotcha.
yeah. But after that, then I'll go down the SCP rabbit
Most
hole.
definitely. Let me know.
But I would should play
again.
Control. I think I got it on Xbox. I have the whole thing.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good game.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I love that game. I love the protagonist. I used to get so frustrated with her early game, which is like, girl, if you do not lock in and fucking accept this shit, like
Right.
She was like that.
here,
Should
be
deny it
here.
for a little bit.
Yeah, like be here, be present. Like you'll
Mhm.
see. But like, man, I love that game. And like I said, the
All
protagonist is
right,
great.
so too, y'all let me know. Okay, cool. I'll definitely check it out, man.
Just to vet myself out there, for those who do wonder, I do play games with female protagonists.
There are
Bayonetta
people
being
that
one of,
don't.
Yeah.
huh?
What? I
Are
just
there
beat
people that?
one.
Yeah,
Oh, are there
look,
people that refuse to?
yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Oh,
That's
I didn't know
crazy.
that. That's weird. It's a
Yeah,
I
fucking
think
game.
so
Who
too.
cares?
Yeah.
brother, exactly.
I
Oh,
just
Like,
okay.
beat Last of Us 2, and it has 2 female protagonists. It's one of the best games
Mm-hmm.
I've ever played in my life.
Same.
go tell me Horizon Zero Dawn isn't a fucking
Oh,
amazing game. Either of them.
I love Horizon Zero Dawn,
And as much
and
as I
I
know,
love the voice actress that does that character too. Ashley
as
Burch.
much as I know original Tomb Raider fans might dislike the series, I personally love the Tomb Raider trilogy.
The
The new
remakes or the
stuff?
Yeah,
original one?
the remake.
I thought the
Oh
remakes
yeah,
were
yeah, the
good.
remakes
I
were
thought they
fucking
were,
good.
especially that first game.
That first game,
Yes,
I
My
had a
that
lot of fun
first
playing. I didn't finish it, but I had a lot of fun playing it.
same,
that
same,
bro.
same,
Honest.
So
same.
Rico, you
Mm.
know what I'm talking about. The last part where you have to square up with the Oni.
Oh, in the first one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at the near
uh-huh.
the end of the game.
It's raining and lightning and shit. Yeah,
Yeah, brother.
yeah.
I
That was
live
that.
for that moment.
That
I
fucking game is great. Yeah.
brother, when I tell you, when you get there, Saint, you know what I'm talking about. That's the moment I live for. If you just like take the essence of like the thing that is sketch and just like throw him in there for eternity,
A
my
demon, a
brother,
demon.
I'm there.
Quote unquote demon.
Okay.
I don't know if you played
Wow.
the Uncharted games.
Yeah, I love them.
But there
Shit, I might
is
pick one of those up because I don't think that it's
yeah,
been a while since
those are great. Those are I think those are
yeah.
the first one's a little rough.
Oh,
Just because
It's
it's
been a
old.
while since I
Yeah.
played the first two a bunch. Like when they, that's because
Did you ever play the fourth
back
one?
in. So that's what I'm about to say. I played the first two a bunch because, back then we replayed like you said. There's not a whole lot of games to let you replay, but back then when you only had a couple discs, you replayed those games.
Right.
But
Same. Yeah.
so I want to say I started 4 and maybe got to the part where they're in the tuxedos.
Oh damn, that's like a quarter in the game. There's
Yeah.
a lot of game after that. Yeah,
So maybe that's next then.
yeah, I would say go back and watch that or play that game because that game is pretty good. It
4
has a
was your
good.
favorite?
Uh, I think I played. I don't think I played all of them. I played the second or third one.
Okay.
I can't remember which one I played, and the fourth one. And it's like a good wrap up to that story. So
Okay.
yeah, but yeah.
yeah.
Anyways,
Sorry about that one.
But yeah, back to the
Your
film.
favorite
So
movie?
yeah, 8 for visuals. Film in its genre, I'm gonna give it a 5.
whew, that's harsh, but I like
As
it.
personal review of the movie, I give it a 7.5.
Woo! Okay.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
I think that's higher than you gave to the.
All right. I was waiting for
Me
your
too.
rating
Me
because
too.
to give you this little piece of news too, because you said the thing about her name's Emmy Raver Lampman,
Is that
the girl from
Oh,
the
okay.
movie. You
Mhm.
said a thing about it, and I wanted to wait until your rating. So your rating for the movie is 7.5. So she's unavailable. She is dating Thomas Jefferson from Hamilton, David Diggs.
I don't know who that is.
Hold on, I'll show you.
What's the
All
okay?
right, now
Hold
you
on.
tell him his rating might go down if you tell him.
I got no. I got the perfect song for this. Is TikTok. Hold on. How's it go? I like you. I don't give a fuck about your boyfriend.
Yeah.
When there's Link to do what I do, I beat it up. But no him.
That's him right there. He was in
Okay.
Hamilton. Have y'all seen
Gotcha.
y'all seen Hamilton?
I haven't, but yeah.
Nah, he can't fight.
Oh my God.
What?
On that note,
Oh my God. This dude, he said he can't fight. He looked like he a bitch.
thank you guys for
Yeah,
listening. David, if you listen to this, I am a huge fan. I love Jay Hamilton. But if you try to fight my boy, then fuck Hamilton. I'm sorry. Appreciate y'all listening to us once again. This has been fun. We're gonna come back and we're gonna do this when Beekeeper 2 drops. It's coming in 2025 at some point.
Almost definitely.
And then we're gonna try to plan to go see maybe just a fucking marathon because we got Wrath of Man we want to see, and then we gotta go see A Working Man. That's coming, that's in the theaters now. So I'll hit you guys up about that.
We also gotta see War.
Oh
War?
yeah, I haven't seen War in a long time. That was him and
Jet Li.
Jet Li, yep, that's a good movie too.
I'm in for that. I don't know if I've seen
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
Jet Li, okay, yeah. All right, cool. Well, shit, you guys know as always, again, we really appreciate your time and taking time out of your day to listen to us and share, like, share, subscribe. There's a whole bunch of links in the bottom. You just got to click them like once. I think that still counts. You don't even got to pay attention to stuff. Just click it.
Check me out on TikTok if you wouldn't mind.
TikTok, he has a thread list with his shirt. He's gonna be throwing up some. I know he got the brewing, some designs brewing. He's gonna throw those up or whatever. Again, TikToks or whatever. I posted a YouTube video today. I watched the Capcom.
I saw that. I watched that.
WoW showcase. Accidentally, threw my arm up super quick. Shit, I'm still embarrassed about that thing, but y'all can check that out. All those links are down below. Really appreciate it. Listen to us, and we'll be back with some cool shit next week. And as always,
don't forget to have fun.
And appreciate spending your time with us.
Catchphrase 1.
Hey, there we go. Good shit.
See, now I got to come up with something. I will.
I just thought about that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that was good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but
Later.
I gotta make Saint a shirt that says thread count.
Oh God. Bye, everyone.
You know what I think of when I think of
Y'all have a good one.
Yeah. You know what I think of whenever